All right, sorry guys, because of the poor internet connection, we were having some of the trouble with the online broadcasting, but now we are fit to start the work. We're fit to start the work, guys. All right. Explorer Limited produces two products, Y and Z, and has always used traditional or absorption costing to allocate overheads to each product. The directors are now considering adopting activity-based costing. Normally, questions के अंदर examiner की priority होती है to make sure the student get a difference between, they are able to distinguish between traditional costing and activity-based costing. इस वजह से वो normally पहले parts में traditional follow कर रहा होता है and then afterwards we adopt activity-based costing. Compare how overheads are apportioned using ABC costing and absorption costing. तो हमें पहले दोनों में distinguish करना है कि दोनों methods के अंदर किस तरह से हम अपने ओवरहेड्स को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, राइट? तो पहले हम लोग डिफरेंसेस लिखेंगे इन ट्रेडिशनल और एब्जॉर्प्शन कॉस्टिंग. इन ट्रेडिशनल और एब्जॉर्प्शन कॉस्टिंग ओवरहेड्स आर अपॉर्शन are apportioned to departments or overheads are applied to the product using suitable basis such as labor hours and machine hours. Whereas under the activity-based costing, overheads of a similar nature are grouped together. Overhead of a similar nature are grouped together to form a cost pool and for each cost pool a cost driver is determined. And activity rates are used to apply overheads. Now, this is the brief answer containing two differences, right? पहले traditional costing में बताना है कि overheads are apportioned on the basis of direct labor hour and applied to the product, whereas in the activity-based costing, overheads of a similar group overheads of similar nature are grouped together to form a cost pool, and for each cost pool, a cost driver is determined to charge overheads on the basis of activity rates. Now, moving on. The budgeted data for the two products for the year ending 31st December 2017 is given below. रॉ मटेरियल डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट है ऑब्वियसली, प्रोडक्ट Y के ऊपर वी यूज 2 kgs एंड प्रोडक्ट Z पे वी यूज 3 kgs. Direct labor hours 0.75 hours means 45 minutes and 1 hour. Unit selling prices are 19 and 25. Production is 2500 and 4000. The cost of raw material is 2.5. Therefore, if product A, Y uses 2 kgs, the 2 into 2.5, the cost of material is $5 for product Y, right? And for product Z, it's 3 into 2.5, that is 7.5 per unit. And the labor are paid at $8 per hour. So if 0.75 hours are used, so 0.75 into 8, that means per unit direct labor cost is 6. And over here, 8 into 1, it's 8 per unit. So 6 plus 5, 11 is the prime cost or direct cost of product Y, right? And for product Z, it's 7.5 plus 8, that is 15.5. These are the prime cost, the sum of all the direct cost. Now, the annual overheads are as follows. Now, the annual overheads are grouped together in 3 categories. Machine maintenance overheads are 8,500, purchasing overheads are 17,000, and selling and distribution overheads are 18,750. So if we total our overheads, the total overheads are 8,500 plus 17,000 plus 18,750. The total overheads are 44,250. Now, अगर हमें ट्रेडिशनल कॉस्टिंग फॉलो करनी है तो ऊपर एग्जामिनर ने बताया हुआ था कि हम हमेशा एब्जॉर्प्शन कॉस्टिंग फॉलो करते हैं, राइट? और एब्जॉर्प्शन कॉस्टिंग के अंदर हम क्या बेसिस यूज करते हैं, मशीन आवर्स यूज करते हैं, लेबर आवर्स यूज करते हैं, दैट वाज नॉट गिवन टू अस. तो ऑब्वियसली हम लोग अपना रिकवरी रेट अभी लेबर आवर्स पर ही कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. एग्जामिनर ने कहा है कैलकुलेट द कॉस्ट पर यूनिट ऑफ ईच प्रोडक्ट यूजिंग एब्जॉर्प्शन कॉस्टिंग, एंड फॉर एब्जॉर्प्शन कॉस्टिंग वी नीड टू कैलकुलेट द ओवरहेड एब्जॉर्प्शन रेट. Overhead absorption rate हम calculate करेंगे, which is overheads divided by budgeted labor hours. Overheads divided by labor hours. Now, product Y की हम labor hours calculate कर लेते हैं, product Z के labor hours calculate कर लेते हैं. Y का output level है 2500 units. Right? Product Y, we have 2500 units. Multiply by each unit requires 0.75 hours. So 2500 into 0.75, this is 1875 hours. Hours. Product Z की बात करें तो product Z के ऊपर we are producing 4000 units and each unit require 1 hour. That makes 4000 hours. So collectively, if we talk about the labor hours, the total labor hours are 5875 hours. 5875 hours. तो सबसे पहला काम हमारा ओवरहेड एब्जॉर्प्शन रेट कैलकुलेट करना है. सो इफ वी कैलकुलेट द ओवरहेड एब्जॉर्प्शन रेट, that is total overheads are $44,250 divided by total labor hours. And what are total labor hours? It's 5875 hours. X and Y and Z दोनों के hours को combine किया है तो recovery rate comes to $7.53 per labor hour. Now we have the recovery rate, but what is the requirement? The requirement is to calculate the cost per unit of both the products. इसका मतलब Y and Z दोनों की हमें क्या calculate करनी है? Cost per unit calculate करनी है. हम प्रोडक्ट Y and Z दोनों की कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट करेंगे, स्टार्टिंग विद डायरेक्ट मटेरियल. प्राइम कॉस्ट से भी हम स्टार्टअप कर सकते हैं, लेकिन हमने अगर वर्किंग दिखानी है एग्जाम्स में तो हम पूरी वर्किंग दिखाएंगे, ऑल्दो हम पहले प्राइम कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट कर चुके हैं. डायरेक्ट मटेरियल पीछे वर्कआउट किया हुआ है. डायरेक्ट मटेरियल हमने, दैट इज $5 per unit, डायरेक्ट लेबर 6 per unit. डॉलर. डायरेक्ट लेबर वर्कआउट किया हुआ था हमने. डायरेक्ट लेबर इट्स 6 and 8. So direct material plus direct labor prime cost is 11 and 15.5 plus overheads. Now what is overheads? How do we add overheads to our prime cost? अब हम अपनी प्रोडक्ट के अंदर overheads कैसे चार्ज कर सकते हैं? By using the recovery rate which is 7.53 per labor hour. So in order to produce a single unit of X, we need 0.75 hours. 0.75 multiplied by the recovery rate is 7.53. That makes 5.65. X के overheads are 5.65. For product Y, we have 1 hour. 1 hour of labor time. Yes, it's Y and Z. For Z, we have 1 hour into the recovery rate is $7.53. So overheads to be charged on product Z is 7.53. Prime cost plus overhead, that is 16.65. It's 16.65. And for product Z, it is prime cost plus overheads 23.03 per unit. So we are done with the requirement. B requirement is done. That is total cost per unit. Next. Now moving on towards the next requirement. Now additional information. Number of production runs are given. Okay, how many times we actually carry out the production runs? Product Y and Z 20 plus 16, that is 36. Activity हमारे पास आ चुकी है. Runs. Number of orders 55 and 65. Now we have the activity. The total is number of total or number of orders are 120 orders. Deliveries की details हमारे पास हैं 85 plus 160, that makes 245 deliveries. Now we are going to distribute overheads on the basis of these activity rates. These are what? These are activity. These are cost drivers. Now, machine maintenance overheads 8500 the given है. इसे हमें किस basis के ऊपर distribute करना है? कौन से cost driver को हम use करेंगे? We will be using the production runs. Purchasing order की overheads के लिए we will be using purchasing orders. And selling and distribution overheads के लिए we will be using sale deliveries. Now for each cost pool, we need to calculate the activity rate. पहले हम क्या करेंगे? Activity rate calculate करेंगे. So let's first of all move towards the activity rate. Cost pool divided by cost driver equals to activity rate. Cost pool divided by cost driver equals to activity rate. We have 3 different cost pools. Now, first of all, our cost pool is Machine maintenance overheads. Machine maintenance overheads. And what are machine maintenance overheads? Machine maintenance overheads were 8,500 divided by number of production runs. And how many runs we have carried out? There are total milaka 36 runs. Production runs, not the cricketing runs. 8,500 divided by 36. So therefore, the activity rate come to 2125 upon 9. 2125 upon 9 per run. The next is purchasing overheads, which were 17,000. These were 17,000 divided by number of purchasing orders. हमने purchasing orders का total किया हुआ है. The total of purchasing orders were 120 orders. So 17,000 divided by 120, that makes 425 upon 3 per order. The next overhead we have is selling and distribution overheads, which is 18,750. Divided by number of sales orders, which were 245. That makes 3750 upon 49. Per order. Per delivery, sorry. Now, on the basis of these rates, we are going to distribute our overheads between the product Y and Z. First of all, machining maintenance overheads. Machining maintenance machining maintenance overheads. What is the activity rate? It's 2125 upon 9. Multiply by what are the production runs for Y and Z. So Y and Z के ऊपर number of production runs are 20 and 16. Multiply by T. That comes to 4722. And for Z, it comes to 3778. Activity rate को हमने multiply किया है with the number of production runs. Machine maintenance overheads के बाद, the next is purchasing overheads. Purchasing overheads का activity rate is 425 divided by 3. Multiply by अगर X की बात करें हम लोग, Y की बात करें, तो Y के अंदर how many purchasing orders do we have? We have altogether 55 orders. Multiply by 55, and for Z, we have 65 orders. So Y के overheads comes to 7792 and Z is 9208. Next, selling and distribution overheads, which is based on number of sales orders. The activity rate was 3750 upon 49. Multiply by the sales deliveries, which are 85 and 160. So if we distribute this particular overheads between X and Y, X ka amount comes to, Y ka amount, sorry, Y and Z, it's not X and Y and Z, the amount comes to 6505 for Y and 12245 for Z. So if we add up the total overheads, the total overheads allocated to product Y is 19019. And 25231 for product Z. And in तीनों दोनों का जो sum है, that is equals to what? 44,250. Now, if we move towards, now these are the distribution of overheads. Now we know the total overheads of product Y and total overheads of product Z, right? Now, what is the requirement? Calculate the cost per unit of each product using ABC costing. तो जब हम ABC के जरिए कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो क्या हमारी प्राइम कॉस्ट के अंदर कोई डिफरेंस आएगा? नो सर, देयर इज नो डिफरेंस इन प्राइम कॉस्ट. तो नाउ वी नीड टू कैलकुलेट प्रोडक्ट Y and Z की कॉस्ट. वी कैन स्टार्ट विद प्राइम कॉस्ट. यस, इसी के नीचे आप Y and Z से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे, राइट? We can start these, we can use these columns. We can start with prime cost. So what is the prime cost of product Y? Prime cost per unit. It's prime cost per unit. So what is prime cost per unit, sir? जो हमारी previous calculation है, that is 11 and 15.5 for Y and Z plus overheads. Now overheads हमने total calculate किए हुए हैं Y के and Z के. Now if we know the total overheads of Y and Z and we have to calculate the per unit cost, so we will be spreading our total overheads divided by number of units. We can calculate per unit overheads. Divided by number of units. So how many units were there for product Y? YK we were producing 2,500 units and product Z was 4,000 units. Units. So now we can calculate the per unit cost, per unit overhead cost, which is 19091 divided by 2,500. That makes 7.64. And for product Z, it's 25231 divided by number of units, which is 4,000. That comes to 6.30. 6.31, right? तो product Y की बात करें तो it's 19019 divided by 2,500. That is 7.61. My mistake, it's not 7.64, it's 7.61. And the other is 6.31. So now we can add overheads to the cost. To determine the total cost. The product Y की total cost comes to 18.61. And this is 21.81. Now, moving on towards the next requirement. Now, after calculating the requirement number C, after we are done with requirement number C, calculating the cost per unit using ABC, compare the total profit per product using total profit. It's not saying per unit profit, it's the total profit per product using absorption costing and ABC costing. So we have the total cost and we have the selling price. First of all, we will be calculating profit for ABC, profit under ABC. D. Yes, this is requirement number D. ABC. Y. Y and Z. Selling price. What was the selling price of product Y? So the selling price for product Y is 19 and for the other product is 25. 19 and 25. Multiply by cost per unit minus cost per unit. So now what is cost per unit under ABC? It's 18.61. And for the other product, it's 21.81. Profit per unit, 19 minus 18.61. The profit per unit is 0.39. And for the other product, 25 minus 21.81, that is 3.19. These are profit per unit. Multiply by the output level. The output level is 2,500 and 4,000 units. 2,500 and 4,000. So 0.39 multiplied with the 2,500 units, the total profit is 975. And for the other product, it's 3.19 multiplied by the 4,000, it's 12,760. Now, profit as per absorption costing. So what is selling price? Selling price is going to be 19 and 25. Cost per unit हम already calculate कर चुके हैं. And what was cost per unit? That was 16.65 and 23.03. So it's 19 minus 16.65. Profit per unit comes to 2.35, and over here 25 minus 23.05. It's 1.95. 1.97. It's 23.03. All right. Now multiply with the output level, and output level is 2,500 and 4,000. 1.97 into 4,000 comes to 1.97 multiplied by 4,000 comes to 7,880. And for the other product, it's 5,875. Are we just required to show the profit, or are we going to make a comparison as well? Compare the total profit for per product using absorption and ABC costing. तो first of all product Y का comparison हम करेंगे. Yes, difference in profit. Y bracket में working कर लें इसकी. It's 975 minus 5875. As per ABC, it's 975 and absorption is 5875. The difference is 4900. And product Z के अंदर it's 12760 and 7880. So 12760 minus 7880, the difference is 4880. So this is the comparison of profit between Y and Z. First, we calculated the profit under ABC and we calculated the profit under absorption, and दोनों का हमने comparison कर लिया. Moving ahead, the next requirement is comment on the results. Now, what is the comment? Comment क्या करना है हमें कि different methods के जरिए we are having a different profitability. Technically, the difference हमने show किया है, that is the answer to requirement number D2, right? This is the answer to D2. Yes. Next requirement. Next. Requirement number E, advise the directors whether or not ABC should be adopted, justify your answer. So over here, you just need to discuss the advantages of ABC costing. Okay, ABC costing is a more realistic approach of charging overheads, which is based on activity. Or if you're going against, then it means you have to use the disadvantages. If yes, now, this was a simple approach, simple question, and you will find most of the questions like this. All right, kids, you will find most of the questions like this. You need to solve the remaining questions. I will be providing you with the list. I will be sharing the list with you कि कौन-कौन से year में questions आ चुके हैं. And we will be having one more session. Maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, I'll be giving you some time to cover up these questions. And once you cover up these questions, we can come up with a problem solving session. और mostly questions इसी तरह के हैं. थोड़े बहुत questions में ज़्यादा technicality level है जिसमें आपको खुद determine करना है कि कौन सा cost driver वगैरह use होगा. वो चीज़ थोड़ी difficult हो सकती है. But for a beginning level, it's completely fine. Try solve other questions, and before we end our session, we'll go towards the problem solving we'll go towards the question answer session. So let's see how many of you are actually asking the questions. All right. Is there anyone with the questions, beta? If you have any problem, any confusion, please raise your hands. Anara, Isha, Fatma, Ramsha, Rukaiya, Shizza, Tala. If you guys have any questions, yes. Sir, can I go to attend to the class? Yes, you can. Is there any other question, guys? Yes, Shizza. All right, Shizza. Shizza, please speak up now. You have time if you have any queries. Hello. Shiza, I've given you a mic access. You can actually speak up if you have any problem. If you have any problem, please speak right now. Sir, can you please send this lecture? I'm sorry I missed it. It's completely fine if you have missed the lecture. I will be sharing the link with you people, and you can actually go and recall this particular answer session. There is no issue in this thing. Any other questions? Shizza, you have an access to mic. You can speak if you have any queries, beta. All right, guys, we are ending this session, and after that, we can do one more thing. You can solve the questions and come up with the problems, right? And I will be sharing the video link with you as well. You can go and see this particular video on the YouTube as well. Take care, guys. Take care.